Hello, hello, hello! It's time for another bedtime story. I know Charlotte's going to like this story. This is a story about a very magic person called the Tooth Fairy. You know what the Tooth Fairy does, right? The Tooth Fairy comes and takes away your teeth and leaves some money. So let's read the story about the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy. This is Tom and this is Holly. Tom had a loose tooth. It fell out while he and his sister Holly were playing in the garden. His tooth fell out. None of your teeth have fallen out yet, have they, Charlotte? Don't lose it, said Holly. We'll put it in a glass of water. Then tonight we'll wait for the Tooth Fairy to come and collect it. So Tom put the tooth in his pocket. But when he looked for it at tea time, it had vanished. Oh no, he lost his tooth. What's the Tooth Fairy going to do? After tea, Tom and Holly took a torch and went to the garden to search for the lost tooth. But it was nowhere to be found. Oh no, they lost the tooth. Would you be sad if you lost a tooth? Tired and disappointed, they went to bed. Now we'll never see the Tooth Fairy, sighed Holly. Last time when I lost a tooth, I tried so hard to stay awake, but I couldn't. The Tooth Fairy took my tooth, left some money behind, and was gone. I didn't see a thing. Oh, the Tooth Fairy came and took Holly's tooth. That night the children slept soundly. Just as the sun was rising, it's morning time already, Tom was woken by a tinkling sound in the kitchen. Tinkle, 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 tinkle. He tiptoed in and saw the Tooth Fairy sitting on the windowsill. Can you see the Tooth Fairy? What's she wearing? Is that a pretty pink dress? Tom, she said softly. You must search for your missing tooth. It's very important indeed. If you and Holly can find it, I promise to show you my home in the clouds and tell you why I need your tooth. Would you go looking for the tooth if the Tooth Fairy asked you to? Where do you think they're going to try and find the tooth? Let's read and see, shall we? So Tom woke up Holly. Together they ran out into the garden. Frantically they searched for the missing tooth. At last they found it, shining white amongst the daisies. Hooray! laughed the Tooth Fairy. Now I'll take you to Cloudland, just as I promised. See the Tooth Fairy? They're all very happy. Where do you think Cloudland is? Shall we see? She waved her magic wand, bippity-boppity-boo, and suddenly Holly and Tom were as small as the Tooth Fairy. But before they had time to be surprised, she waved her wand again, and white doves began to swoop down from the trees. They had golden bridles and red velvet saddles. Jump on, Holly, cried Tom. We're going for a ride up into the sky. Wow, the Tooth Fairy made them really small and now they're riding on the birds. Would you be scared if you were riding on the birds, or would you be happy? The white doves flew high into the pink dawn sky, where amongst the clouds lay a magical land with hills as soft as cotton wool. Can you see the magic land? They landed beside a beautiful palace, surrounded by gardens full of the strangest plants the children had ever seen. There were silver stars growing like flowers, and tended by pixie gardeners, and moored by a cloud was a boat with rainbow sails. Rainbow sails, isn't that cool? Now we're going to learn what the Tooth Fairy does with the teeth. Now, Holly and Tom, said the Tooth Fairy, the stars in the sky eventually grow old and fall down, and the fairies must replace them. New stars grow from special star seeds, which are children's baby teeth. That is why when a child's tooth drops out, I come down and collect it. Oh wow, the teeth grow into stars. Isn't that fantastic? Come, children, said the Tooth Fairy, taking their hands. It's time to replace the old golden star. We must hurry and plant Tom's tooth in the sky. Oh, they're going to plant Tom's tooth. Does it go grow very well? A silver boat was moored not far from the house. The Tooth Fairy and the children climbed aboard, and together they set sail into the sky until they reached the place where the golden star had been. Please may I plant my own tooth? Asked Tom. Of course, said the Tooth Fairy, and she showed Tom what to do. How do you think you plant teeth? We'll have to find out, shall we? The silver boat sailed back to Cloudland, and the Tooth Fairy and the children jumped out onto the clouds. Soon you must go home, said the Tooth Fairy, but first come into my house and have some breakfast. A bell tinkled, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and all the pixie gardeners came scampering inside to join them. They all had breakfast together. Then the Tooth Fairy waved her magic wand and Tom found he was back in his own bed. Holly came running into his room. Tom, she said excitedly, did we really see the Tooth Fairy last night? Or was it a dream? It's true, laughed Tom. The Tooth Fairy took us with her to Cloudland. That night, Tom and Holly searched the sky for a glittering new golden star. Can you see the glittering new golden star? Can you see? All the way up here? Wow, it's bright, right? Look, cried Tom at last. There it is. That's the one I planted. My very own golden star. Wow. The end.